it's time to dive into another mystery pattern. Okay, if you're new to the channel, I have here a stack of mystery patterns from the 1890s to the 1980s. I did not compile these together myself. My son did that for me, and he blacks out anything that could give away what the pattern is. We won't know what it is till it's done. So while we don't have any titles or pictures to look at or any descriptor words, he has all of that put aside in his room for me. So let's just jump right on in. Today's pattern, if you hear any kind of background noise, they are repaving or they're reworking the streets out front of my house. Okay, let's find today's mystery pattern. Here we go. And we have number 3. Let's see, I can see number 3 right here. No, right? 1849. And let's just take a look at what we have. Let me get you down. Okay, so we need raw rose crochet thread number 40, Penelope crochet needle number 3. I don't know what either of those are. Make a chain measuring 9 inches. First row, 1 long. So a long, I believe, is going to be what we know of today as a double crochet here in the US. In the UK, it would be a treble. Let's just look. Now, Justin included an explanation of the various terms. Another pattern from this book several weeks ago he included. That's why I knew to instantly go back there. This isn't the first pattern that we've worked from this book, and he included these explanations there as well. So a long stitch, twist the cotton round the needle, pass it through the loop, draw the cotton through the first 2 loops on the needle, then catch the cotton again, draw it through the next 2 loops. There will be 1 loop left. That is a double crochet. That is a US double crochet, UK treble crochet. So make a chain measuring 9 inches. We need some thread, and so I'm just going to wing it. I'm not going to worry about exact precise anything because none of this exists anymore. So I'm just going to do my best. I'll be right back. So what I have here is some DMC number 20, size 20 thread. I think that'll be fine. And typically with a size 20 thread, you want a number 8 steel crochet hook. That would be a vintage size. Modern sizes are going to be different than that. I also grabbed a number 7 in case an 8 winds up being too tight. I can bump up to a number 7 and it won't be too much different, but just enough to make a bit of a more comfortable difference in working with the material. So it wants us to make a chain measuring 9 inches. Okie doke. So let's go ahead and do that. And there is my mouse. I haven't worked with thread in several weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and let's try the number 7 and see which one feels a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't appear to be much difference. This one here is a little more comfortable to hold on to. Let's just practice with a double crochet and see how we like working with the number 7. See how I like working with the number 7. I don't know why I keep saying we. There we go. The number 8 made the stitches a little bit tighter, as it's supposed to. I might work with the number 7. Let me just spin this off to the side to get past this part. I just want to see how the double crochets look. See if they look too loose. Well, my goodness. I might move to a number 7. See, what do we think? Is that too loose? Do a couple in number 8. I do this for every pattern, by the way. I just don't typically do it on camera, but I kind of wanted you to see my process. This is how I figure out which one is going to look better, feel better between the yarn and the hook, or the thread in this case. I don't know. A lot of noise outside today. Merlin. Let's see here. I don't know. Maybe we'll go with the number 8 after all. They seem a little bit more uniform. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to make a chain that's 9 inches long. So 80 stitches is 9 inches. And it says here, first row, 1 long, A. 4 chain, 2 long, repeat from A. So we're going to repeat from 4 chain, 2 long, all the way to the end. Perhaps we end with just 1 long. I'm not quite sure. So it doesn't tell us how many chains to skip, but typically 1, 2, 3 is what you want to skip. And then in the 4th chain from the hook, you'll work your first double crochet. Oh, no, I think we're going to end, goofy. We're definitely going to end with 2. We're starting with 2, obviously. Karina. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chain, 2 long. It doesn't say to skip. I wonder if, are we meant to skip 4 chains? Let me see what row 2 is. Sometimes it helps. Second row, 1 long, 2 chain, 4 long, repeat. Third row, 1 long, 6 chain. I wonder if we're supposed to be skipping, and they just, look, we all know, these patterns assume that you know what they mean. And the photo probably helps. If there's a photo, which with this book here, there likely is a photo, the photo also helps because we don't, this is a challenge that we have, that I have done, right? That I have chose to do. So without the photo, it's a guessing game. I'm going to guess I'm supposed to skip 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the 5th and 6th chain over, I'm guessing I need to work a double crochet into each, or a long. Then into the next stitch over. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing it's supposed to be. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to be able to get this done a lot faster if I'm working on my lap. Are you a lap crocheter? I'm a lap crocheter. I surely am. So I think I'm going to be able to get this done a lot faster on my lap. So I will be right back, but I think we're supposed to chain 4, skip 4, work 2, all the way to the end. I'll be right back. So I have some excess chains left over. That's not uncommon. So here we go. Now it says second row, 1 long, 2 chain, 4 long, repeat. Repeat from A. So we're going to repeat from 2 chain, 4 long. Okay, so it wants us to start with 1 long. So we will start with a, and see here, what did that say? Start with 2 chain, no, 1 long, 2 chain. So we'll start with 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 long, 2 chains. You know what? Yes. 1 long, 2 chains. Then 4 long, repeat. Okay. So let's go here. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where do we work? Where do we work the long? Second row. See, this is where the picture would really, really come in handy. 2 chains, 4 long, repeat from 2 chains, 4 long. 2 chains, 4 long. Maybe in here. Maybe in here. We have 4 chains. Okay, 1. Yes, this makes sense. 2, 3, and 4. And then if we work 2 chains, we will be jumping over the 2 long from the previous row. So into the chain, and here we go. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this all the way to the end. Again, this will be a lot easier for me to do on my lap. Yeah, this is how I think it's supposed to look. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, all done with row 2, and I went and got one of my little sticky deals. And for row 3, 1 long 6 chain, and here's the start of the repeat where the A is, 2 long 4 chain, repeat from the A. So we're going to start with 1 long 6 chain. So I'll start with 6, 7, 8, 9 chains, I guess. And then we're going to work 2 long 4 chain. Okay. So I'll start with 9 chains. I think I'm doing this right. I don't know. And I won't know till the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Imagine I'm going to have to skip some. So I wonder if I'm supposed to work them right here. I bet you I am. This seems right. Okay. And then 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. And jump over to the next chain 2 space and work my 2 doubles. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this all the way to the end. There we go. I got to get a little light on anyways. Getting a little dark. It might not look too dark for you, but it is. The sun is going down. There we go. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, now time for, let's see here, row 4. We're going to do 1 long 5 chain, and then the repeat is 4 long 2 chain. Repeat from A. Okay, so 1 long 5 chain. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to work 4 long 2 chain. So where do we start that at? Here, right here? Wonder, do we start it right here? Yeah, I think so. Like that one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And 4, 2 chains, and then over to the next chain 4 space. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera on my lap, and I will be right back. This seems too much on this side. A little bit too much over here. That's a problem. That is a problem. What do we do? Surely we don't skip, do we? Seems like we have a bit of a pattern going, and this will break that pattern. I really wish I had a picture. Ooh, I wish I had a picture, but then it wouldn't be a challenge, would it? Then it wouldn't be a challenge. Come on, you. I mean, it looks better, but now it seems like, but maybe, I mean, who am I to question? Let's see what the next row says, if it sticks with this pattern I'm saying. Okay, so then the next row, 5th row, double crochet. Okay, yeah, so we are changing things up. Okay, so maybe it is supposed to be that way. Double crochet is going to mean a modern US single crochet. So it just says double crochet, so I'm guessing we work 1 single crochet in every stitch across. 6th row, 1 long, 3 chain, 3 long worked in the 6th loop of the last row. Repeat from here. Finish with 3 chain, 1 long. 7th row. Okay, all right, so this is going to change in row 5. So I'm going to stick to what we have now and chain 2. Okay, here we go. I will be right back. I surely hope that's correct. Okay, I'll be right back. So I finished it. It just looks so off to me with these large open spaces here, and this space just seems so much more open than this one. What can you do? You know, what can you do? And I think that might be because I think I slip stitched into chain 2, not chain 3. So let's go up 1 more. Close off that space a little bit. There we go. That's chain 3. Oh, wait. I'm supposed to work a double. All right. Yeah, it didn't help too much. It just seems like slightly off-putting, but now we know what the next row is. And the next row is single crochets. So, okay, I'll chain 1, and I'm just going to work some single crochets. I'm going to start with the very, very first stitch, which is the double crochet. And I'm just going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. Then we will move on to row 6. This could take me just a minute to finish. Okay. And let's see how that's looking. Okay, well, there we go. Single crochets all the way across. I will be right back. Okay, there we go. Let's tackle row 6 now. And that's 5th, and here is 6th. Okay, 1 long, chain 3, 3 long worked in the 6th loop of the last row. And when they say loop, I think they mean stitch. Like, I think that's another way of saying stitch. So 1 long, right? Yeah, 1 long, 3 chain. Okay, so 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we work 3 long worked in the 6th loop of the last row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, oop. Then it says to repeat from A. A is 3 chain, 3 long worked in the 6th. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So skip 5. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3 chains, skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 6th, there we go. All right, I'm going to work this across. Hopefully it works out even, because we weren't given a specific stitch count, so we'll make it work if it's not. You know how we do, we make it work. Okay, I'll be right back. Out luck, I skipped exactly 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's my 6th stitch on the edge. Talk about sheer dumb luck. Okay, that puts a whole smile on my face, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, 6th row. You know what? No, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm so good I made it out that way. Yeah. Okay, 7th row, 1 long, 1 chain, and then here's our repeat. Okay, 1 long, 1 chain, 3 long worked in the center loop of chain stitches of last row, 3 chain, repeat from A. Okay, so we're going to work some Van Dyke stitches. So 1 long, 1 chain. So we're going to start with 4 chains. That's 1 long, 1 chain. And then, here we go. See, I guess we skip this first, and then in the center chain here, we work our 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Is that over too far? Ooh, that's not getting a good stretch. That is not getting a good stretch. And it's over way too far. It's not right. Maybe I am supposed to work it in this very first space. So 1, 2, right there. 1, 2, and 3. Let me make sure this isn't blurring you out. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Here's the center. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3. And again. Okay, so I'm going to finish this all the way to the end, and I will be right back. Yeah, that looks more right. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, and then it says, repeat this row 8 times, then work the first 5 rows in reverse order. That is the 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. Work the first 5 rows at each side to form a border. Okay, so we're going to work it all the way up and work it out. After which, the following lace. Lace, chain the length required. First row. I wish they would just give us stitch counts. That feels so lazy. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe wanting stitch counts is lazy, and this is the harder way, actually. A single open crochet, which is essentially filet crochet. Second row, 5 chain, miss 3, repeat. 5 chain, miss 3, repeat. Okay, probably when it says that, it's probably expecting us to just know to work a double crochet or a long. Repeat 3rd. Okay, then 3rd row, 5 chain, taking the center loop of the chain of the last row, repeat. Okay, so we're gonna make a case, the size required, and cover with blue or rose-colored satin. A case? Make a case. I don't know what all that is. Okay, so it says we want a total of 9 rows of this then, 9 rows of the Van Dyke. Let's see here. Repeat this row 8 times. Yeah, we want a total of 9 rows. Okay. Keep track. So I'm on row 1. All right, I will be back whenever I'm done with 9 rows. Actually, I will be back whenever I'm done with the 9 rows and I have worked row 1 through 5 in reverse, which means I'm going to start with my single crochet row and then I'm going to work these rows. Okay, so I will be back whenever I'm done with all of that, and then we will do this border area together because it says we'll start one border, one half, we'll start one side together because it says to do the first 5 rows on both sides as well to create a border. But I think we do work in reverse on that too, so it'll be single crochet row and then on out. Yes, that seems like it would make the most sense. Either way, I'll be back whenever I have my 9 rows of the Van Dyke completed, and I have also worked the first 5 rows in reverse. Okay, so here's where I'm at now. I did change my nails. They needed to come off, give my nails a little bit of a breather, so I put this real pretty gold on. I felt like the gold was kind of fall looking. I don't have a lot of fall colors. All right. here is where I'm at now. So now I'm ready to go ahead. I already worked the five rows over here on this side. This would definitely need to be blocked and shaped. It's a little bit misshapen, and this large, space right here still just bothers me. So this was done completely wrong, in my opinion. But moving on, we learn. We live, we learn. So, am I backwards? No. Okay, so the right side is facing, and I'm just going to go ahead and skip 2 chains over here, 1, 2, and in this 3rd chain over is where I'm going to start working my single crochets across. So I'm going to start with the row of singles, and here is that row right here. I'm going to start with the row of singles, and I'm going to do the 4, the 2, the 4, and the 2, and that's my 5 rows. Really simple on that part. And then we will start with what they're calling the lace border, which, as we know, in this era, the lace border, the borders are usually so much more involved than the actual body of the work, which is also true for just like the frames of their artwork. Sometimes the frame will cost more than the painting because the frame is the true art. Those are beautiful, elaborate frames. Okay, so I'm just going to work single crochets. Now on this side, I just worked around the chain. So I put as many that would fit in the space, and 1 on the end of anything that looks like a double crochet. And then here, I'll probably just put 1 single crochet, 1 on the end. Here I can probably fit 2 single crochets with 1 on this end bit here. I might be able to get 3 in here. 1, 2, yeah, easily 3. 1 on the end. And then another 1 on the end. Get 2 in here. So this is just how I worked it out. I might be able to get 3 in there, actually. 3 will be too much, I think. 1 on the end. So I'm going to go ahead and finish working this. I'm going to go ahead and finish working this all the way to the end, and I'm going to complete the remaining 4 rows, as it's no different than how we started. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, all done. I left my yarn attached. I don't remember if it said to cut. After which, work the following lace. Okay, lace, chain the length required. Are we sewing it on? Chain 7 and make a case. It doesn't say we're sewing it on. It probably just wants you to assume you're sewing it on. I wonder though, can we get away with making this without sewing it on? Can we get away with that? Do you think? Ooh, a picture would really help. Let's see. We at least have room to play. It's not like there's some kind of deadline for this. It's not like I'm making this for someone. We're just playing. Now, what on earth? Oh, okay. So let's see if we can be lazy with it. Maybe. Incorporate a little laziness. Okay, so chain the length required. Poof, it's done. Single open crochet. That is going to be filet crochet with 1 chain between the doubles instead of 2 chains, which would be double open crochet. Second row, 5 chain, miss 3, repeat. Third row, 5 chain, taking the center loop of the last chain row. Okay, repeat. Fourth row, 5 chain, 3 long worked in the center stitches of each chain of last row. Repeat. Fifth row, chain 7, taking the second long stitch of the last row. Chain 7, chain of 7, taking the center loop of the 7 chain. Repeat. Work 1 plain. Okay, I think we can probably get away with this, just working it around. Except for, yeah, we can do this. I think we can do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. See, I'm going to skip one chain and go into the next chain over. Chain 1. Skip this, what looks like a double crochet, and go into the next chain over. So I'm just going to work a double crochet, chain 1, and skip 1 all around as best I can. Now we'll work into the top here. And work into the second chain here. There we go. All right. There is the start. I just think this will be fine. Watch me just completely regret everything about this decision. We'll see. Okay, so I worked it all around, and when rounding the corners into one stitch, I would work a double crochet, chain 1, double, chain 1, and double, chain 1, and continue down, and I just put a little stitch marker in the center double to mark the centers. And from my starting stitch, this is my starting chain 3 right here. So as I was coming up to finish this first round off, I worked into the same stitch, a double, chain 1, double, and then chain 1, slip stitch into the third chain over, and I just marked that center stitch there. So now here we are, ready to go. And okay, second row, 5 chain, miss 3, repeat. Okay, so we need to start with, let's see here, we need to start with 3, chain 3, 2, 3, then 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, miss 3. So first space, stitch, space, next stitch over. That's the 3 we need to miss. Work a double. Then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Miss 3, space, stitch, space. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, and then into the double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, stitch. Oops, let me move myself down a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and work my stitch there. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to work this all around. I will figure out the corners. I will figure out the corners when I get there. 1, 2, 3. All righty, I'll be right back. Okay, so here's how I am rounding these corners. It's not much different than the first time. So I don't know if this is right, if I'm right to do this or not, but whenever I try to do chain 5s, it was just a little excessive on the corner. So what I'm doing is 3 sections of chain 2. So here I worked my last chain 5, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, into the 4th stitch, I worked double crochet. Then I chained 2, and all into the same stitch, I worked a double, chain 2, double, chain 2. So it looks like there's 3 in the corner, but one of them is actually coming off the side right here. So it seems to be working for now. I put my stitch marker back in that little center space since I'm assuming I'll be working in spaces from here on out. By the way, the instructions are reading out. That's how it's starting to look here on along the edge. So I'm just going to keep going all the way around and see here the third row. The third row is 5 chain, taking the center loop of the chain of the last row, basically work a stitch. Fourth row, 5 chain, 3 long worked in the center, okay? And then 7 chain, 1 plain worked in the center stitch, repeat. Oh, that's all, wait a minute. So the 4th row is 5 chain, 3 long worked in the center stitches of the last row. Then 7 chain, 1 plain worked in the center stitch of the second chain of the last row, repeat. So it's a little bit more complicated on that one. Okay, so since the third row is the same, essentially the same as the second, I'm just going to go ahead and work the third row off camera because this is a lot of film and so it's taking up a lot of space, a lot of memory in my phone. So just to save on memory, I'm going to go ahead and work this one off camera, and then whenever I jump back on, I'll just quickly explain what it looks like or show you what it looks like. So I'm going to do row 2 and row 3 real quick off camera. Row 2 and row 3 look basically the same. The way it reads, it looks the same. So I will be right back. There we go. Okay, so here's how I'm doing the corners on this one. All right, so I just worked my last stitch. Here is my center corner stitch. I already moved my stitch marker, but it's right here. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 5, 3, 4, 5. And then into that center stitch, I'll work a double crochet, chain 2, work a double crochet, chain 2, and work a double crochet. And so I'm just going to keep the corners the same essentially and put my stitch marker back into that middle stitch, and I'll just work the corners into the center stitch. I just think it's going to make for a nice clean look. I tried it the other way. As you can see, my thread is crinkled. I tried it the other way. It was just overpacked by working 5 chains between. It was just overpacked. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I will skip the 3, 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Then just carry on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the second double crochet over. Okay, yeah, I just think it looks nice. I think it looks nice. So that's the way I'm going to go. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Okay, so that is completed rounds 2 and 3. And whoops, there we go. Okay, so I don't have my little sticky. Oh, it's right here. Oh, all right. 4th row, chain 5, 3 long, worked in the center stitches of the chain of last row. All right, and to close this round off, I just chained 5 and joined to the 3rd chain up. Okay, so we want to 5 chains, 3 long worked. Okay, so I think what we'll do is start with our 3 long. So I'm going to slip stitch over 1, 2. So I'm going to slip stitch over 2. Okay, 1 and 2. Now I'm in the center stitch. I'll go ahead and work my 3 long, then I'll chain 5. So that's my first double right there. That's 2. That's 3. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the next chain over, in the center stitch, 3 long. 1, 2, and 3. So that's going to be the repeat all around. I'm going to keep the corners exactly the same. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and work round 4. That is how it should be looking all the way around. Okay, so I wanted to jump on to say, yeah, okay. I overlooked something I already read before. You're going to hear some background noise because Justin's in the kitchen doing some things, but I just wanted to jump on real quick and say I caught my mistake. I do have a valid excuse, though. I was extremely distracted this evening. I can't fully say why just yet, but I was extremely distracted this evening. And all I read was the first half of the instructions. I completely disregarded everything after the semicolon. So I worked all the way around, undid it, and now I'm doing it the right way. So we start, at least we started, so I all the way back to the beginning, where we started with our 3 long. Then we were supposed to work 5 chains, a single crochet into the next chain space, the center stitch. Then, I think that's how it goes, right? See here, 3 long, no, then 7 chains. Okay, so after we work the 3 long, and yeah, you can see I've got 7 chains here and only 5 chains here. So here's how it goes. You have your 3 long, work your 7 chains, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Into the center stitch of the next chain space, you work a plain, which is a modern day single crochet in the US terms. Then you chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you work your 3. I've just been working them around the chain just so that I don't wear out my finger pad. But then you work your 3 doubles. And then you chain 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in the next chain space into the center stitch, you work your single crochet over and over. And so this is actually the correct way that this was supposed to be done. I did catch myself for everyone yelling and screaming. I did it. I fixed it. Okay, calm down. All right. I will be back whenever I've made my way all the way around again. Okay, let's finish this off now. This has been almost 2 days in the making for me. All right, so this is the correct way to end that round. Now for our last round, I'm going to slip stitch over to this middle double crochet, and I'm going to work a single crochet. The last round reads like this. Chain of 7, taking the center loop of the 7 chain. Repeat. Oh, forgive me, chain of 7, taking the second long stitch of the last row, then chain of 7, and I'm going to work that in plain stitch. I'm going to work all of these in plain stitch. Chain of 7, taking the center loop of the 7 chain. Because it's the last row, I'm going to go ahead and work this in plain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is where I'm going to join whenever I'm done. There we go. Okay. And then taking the center stitch, the chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, taking the center double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It wants us to work the chain 7s. It seems, maybe it's supposed to be like that. And then again, maybe not. Maybe it is supposed to be double crochets. So let's try this again, but with doubles. Slip stitch over. Chain 3, then chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, man, I almost want to just work it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then into that middle double crochet, chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh, I'm all knotted up. There we go. Okay, and then into the center of chain 7. Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be like that. All right, so I'm going to work this all the way around to the beginning, and I'm going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain up, as that represents a double crochet. And oh boy, what did I do here? We're going to have to rework that one. There we go. You stay put. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. That's where I'm going to join into the 3rd stitch up. So I'll be right back. Okay, here is what I have. I still hate that eyesore of an extra large hole, but here's what I have. I just barely dampened it and I blocked it. I took the blow dryer to it just to quickly dry it so that I can reveal it to you. It's not a full block. I just wanted us to be able to see it in its intended form. Man, I hope I got it. I do. Other than I didn't make the chain the length required for the border, I didn't see that as necessary. But okay. All right, here I go. I'm going to go get the picture now. I can hear James and Justin cackling it up in the garage, probably watching some goofy YouTube videos. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I didn't 100% get it right, but I think I got pretty close. Here's our pattern. And here is our reveal. It is, well, let's get this out of the way. It is a toilet cushion. Now, that doesn't mean that it goes on where you go potty. A toilet in like French and really in Europe, a toilet is a little seat that you sit on in front of your vanity whenever you're going to put your powder on, pinch your cheeks, do your earrings, your pearls, mess with your hair, all that other stuff. That's your vanity was your toilet. Toilet. So here's how it looks. I mean, we got pretty close. The only thing I didn't quite get are these corners. And I did not see any instruction to make the corners look like that. My recollection is it said to repeat these Van Dyke stitches 8 more times and then work rows 1 through 5 in reverse. Then it said to work rows 1 through 5 in reverse on both sides. That's all it said. It gave us no instruction, but then again, it didn't need to because this pattern comes with a picture. And in these challenges that we do, these mystery patterns we do not use pictures. We just use them at the end to reveal what we're going to make because it's a challenge. I have to be able to see if I can follow the pattern precisely as written. And a lot of these patterns from 1849, they include the photo, the image, to go with the pattern for a reason. They want this to be actually part of the pattern. So they're going to give you the basic foundational instructions, but they also expect you to use the image to understand, to put together what it is the foundational instructions are giving. So I would say I did pretty doggone good. I really do think I did pretty doggone good. Okay. You guys, let me know what you think of this. Of course, I'm always curious to hear your comments. And please, I never ask for this, but if you like this video, please like it. If you skipped all the way to the end and you missed all that hard work I put in editing and filming, then I deserve a like. I earned a free click on the like button, didn't I? And if you really like what I do here, please subscribe. I want to prove to people that crochet, that vintage and antique crochet is super popular. So let's get those subs up. Let's show the world. Let's show YouTube that this is exciting. Okay, guys, I love you lots, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.